Welcome to Dividend Income. In this video I'm going to go through my portfolio breakdown. My current value is $22,526.82. It's currently down a bit, minus 0.98%, which is $220.34. Now I tend not to look at this anymore as this fluctuates constantly. When I first started I would be checking how much I'd lost and gained every day, and it would bother me, and it certainly get you down when you see those red days. After all the global problems that have affected the market, it is pointless worrying if I've gained or lost over a short period of time. My mindset is completely different now anyway. I like to see the stock market in red, as this provides more perfect buying opportunities. I'm looking out at 10 to 20 years. The gains will come and the dividend compounding snowball effect will slowly happen. I have 21 holdings. These all pay dividends except Disney. I expect Disney to start paying dividends again in the future, so I have included it. My annual dividend income is $739.52. This averages out at around $61.62 a month. The next goal is to reach $100 a month. It would be nice to hit this by the end of the year, but realistically I would say February 2023. If we go down the list, I have 21 shares in Apple with an average buy price of $126.19. I'm fully integrated into the Apple ecosystem: iMac Pro, MacBook, iPhone, Watch, iCloud, etc. They have been very clever, strategically locking you into all their products. The yield is low at 0.59%, but the stock growth is incredible. AbbVie, I did a video on this, please check it out here. This is a new position and one I will continue to add to. Has a nice yield of 4.07%, bringing in $11.28 a year. Go down, next one is Citigroup, another stock I've covered here. I have 51 shares, an average buy price of $46.74 with a dividend yield of 4.19%. This brings in $104.04, so very nice indeed. This is one I want to get up to around 100 shares, so I'll continue to buy if it keeps under the $50 mark. Cisco is another new position. Got a lot going for it. Currently down a bit. Nice dividend yield. Continue to buy. Disney, we've talked about this already. I bought 3 shares at its peak price, so yeah, $176.39. So not good at all. A terrible purchase in hindsight at this price. Disney streaming services will be bigger than Netflix though. They have so much franchisable content already: Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, and all their other Disney content. With so many more films and TV series coming out, on top of the theme parks, merchandise, it won't be long until this skyrockets. Next up is Enbridge. I have 8 shares. This yield is fantastic, 6.47%. It has already given me an annual income of $21.31. So yeah, I will be buying as long as the stock price continues to be around this. Intel, what a beating this has taken. The earnings were terrible and they have lost a lot of market share from competitors. They are taking steps to turn things around, which I think they will do in time. The demand for chips is only going to increase, and they have plans to increase their manufacturing locations. I have 35 shares at an average buy price of $38.61. I thought this was good at the time, buying under $40. Now they're at $30. I might pick some up to average down, but it's not a priority. Johnson & Johnson, I have 2 shares, average buy price $169. The yield's okay at 2.7%, 75%. It's a dividend king though, and it is kind of a must-have staple for all dividend portfolios. I will look to add to this over time, but it will take time to accumulate its current price. JP Morgan, I have 20 shares of this at an average buy price of $114.87. There is a lot to like about this stock. It brings in $80 a year in annual income. I want to keep adding. If it keeps to 120 or under, I'll continue buying, definitely. Next off is Kraft Heinz. I bought 3 stocks of this. An average buy price of $36.62. I'm in no rush to buy anymore. Growth is very, very slow, but it has a decent yield at 4.29%. Coca-Cola, another dividend king. I have 80 shares, an average buy price $58.06. For now, I have no plans to buy anymore. Quite happy with that amount. It brings in $140.80, which is my biggest payment out of all of them. Main Street Capital, another stock I've covered. I've been picking up more shares each month. Now I have a total of 30 at $41.90. Yield is fantastic, 6.56%. What I love is it pays monthly, so I want to continue accumulating and bringing this up. 3M. Now where do we start with this? 3M is under a lot of pressure at the moment, having to deal with numerous lawsuits. When I say numerous, we're talking about between 200,000 to 300,000 according to reports. 3M acquired Aero Technologies for about 1.2 billion back in 2007, 2008. Aero is a maker of hearing and eye protection products. The product that the lawsuit focuses on is the earplugs that Aero produced. The lawsuits state that the earplugs were defective and left veterans with tinnitus and hearing loss. These lawsuits could go on for years, although a global settlement would be the likely outcome. This is why the stock has been down. I have 10 shares at the moment, which brings in $59.60 annually. I'm going to hold these for now and won't consider buying any more until this situation is resolved. Altria Group, I have 5 shares in this. A great high yield company at 8.36%. I actually covered if this was a buy with this video here, if you want to check it out. The yield is super enticing and hard to ignore. I will be adding more over the next few months. Microsoft, a new addition. It's one of those companies you just have to buy when you can. Market cap of 1.9 trillion. Payout ratio is low at 25.7%. Just above its current 52-week low at the moment. That's kind of why I bought it. I want to continue buying if it stays around that price. It is very expensive, so it will be a slow accumulation. Pepsi as well, fairly new addition. Only have 1 share. Similar to Microsoft really. I'd like to accumulate more over time. Pfizer, another new one. This was more down to diversification. It's been paying dividends for years and years and years, so I'll continue buying, slowly increasing that amount. Proctor Gamble, another dividend king and a staple that should be included in all good portfolios. I now have 8 shares, which brings in $29.22. Dividend yield's okay. Increase the dividend amount year on year, and the stock price will grow as well over time, so you're getting those gains. Starbucks, I have 20 shares, average buy price of 115. I've picked a lot of these up in kind of August, September 2021. I did think the price would go higher back then. I still want to add to it. It's not a priority, but I definitely want to bring this price down. It's currently around sort of $85 at the moment. I picked up 2 last month, so I'll continue to get a few over the next few months, hopefully bring that down. AT&T, I did a video on this as well, if it's a buy or not. I've got 48 shares now, which is enough for the moment. I want to increase other shares. I will continue to purchase other ones, but maybe add to this at a later date. Verizon, I only have 2 shares, so I want to continue to buy some more of these because it's got a similar yield to AT&T. If we have a look at the payout calendar, we can see what I can expect to be paid over the next few months. The lowest months are September, January, March and June. To kind of bring those up, I need to either purchase more Enbridge, Intel, Johnson & Johnson or whatever, or look for stocks that pay out on those specific months to kind of level things up. December is going to be the biggest month ever actually, just under $80. I would love to break the $100 barrier. We'll see how things go over the next few months. Gives a nice visual anyway to help kind of create a strategy of where definitely want to bring these months up. So if we look at the diversification, we've got a warning sign here that 25% of your portfolio is in one holding. The one holding they're referring to is consumer defensive. Now Coca-Cola's in that, so Coca-Cola was my first kind of dividend stock. I started buying, as you do, you first pick a stock that you know. As you gain knowledge and research into all these other companies, you start diversifying more. That concludes the full dividend portfolio breakdown. Thanks for watching. A quick disclaimer now. As always, you should do your own research when investing. I'm not a financial advisor, and these are my personal views. The purpose of this video is to give you additional information and hopefully help in making informed decisions. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.